Guys, this is Lebanon Road, looking towards Campbellsville up there. Down here is looking towards Lebanon, and you'll see the old farmhouse. I believe the university owns it now, and there's a research farm or something. But probably February or so of 1989, Willis McKee and I were on the rescue squad, Campbellsville, Taylor County Rescue Squad. We were at the park where the reservoir is. We were just sitting there, I don't know what we were doing. Tones dropped out for a wreck with entrapment on this road. And I didn't know the roads that well, but I knew where Lebanon was. It's like, well, I hope it's this Lebanon Road, not the new, nicer road. But we turned right, heard sirens and stuff. We came out here, and Barry Dotson, I believe he was a captain at the time, he was in front of us. Robin Taylor, she was in front of us. We were following several people. And Will and I were the third vehicle there. And they were ahead of us by a couple miles. Said he's almost on scene. He gets there, gets out and calls for a coroner. We're like, ooh, not good. And that kind of drops your heart. You hope it's not going to be that big a wreck. They tone it out and said it's entrapment. It's like, that doesn't sound good. Maybe they're not entrapped. When they get there and call for a coroner, it's official. So we pulled up, and the wreck was between this box here, like a trash can box. The wreck was between there and the next telephone pole, the next driveway. It was a Mustang GT, and it was traveling wide open and ate this telephone pole. And there was a victim laying in the road there. And it doesn't matter about HIPAA, because this was all pre-HIPAA, and I don't know the people's names anyway. And the Mustang GT was facing back towards Campbellsville in the ditch, and the top was totally gone. It had rolled multiple times and ate that telephone pole. And when we pulled up, and Barry just ran by that person, I was like, why did he stop it? And I got out. This is a bit gruesome, so change the channel. I ran by, and the guy was completely decapitated. And I was like, whoa. And I still can't get that image out of my mind. I don't have dreams about it or nightmares about it, but I can remember it just plain as day. And what do you do in those situations? Well, there's no first aid for dead, so you go on and start triage and helping the other people. And they called for helicopters and stuff. There was one trapped in the car, and we were getting him out. It was definitely a load and go situation. This was 3 young men. I'm guessing 20-year-old, 21-year-old, something like that. And as they were doing that, they were smelling something, and it was somebody else under the car, and they're burning because the muffler was laying on their leg. So it had ejected this guy, and his head collided with a pole, and he was dead on the spot. Another guy's dying in the car. Another guy's dying underneath the car. And they did a situation. They think this guy's got a better chance of living. So we loaded one guy in Medic 216 and took him code 3 to Taylor County Hospital and going to fly him on. And I remember holding his head and tubes in him and everything else. And all I did was hold his head, tilted back, had a paramedic in the back and a EMT and me. And he ended up dying. And then the other guy, he went on, and I never heard how he was, but I'd say he's dead or kind of almost dead. Probably wished he was dead. One of their family members was pregnant and worked at Union Underwear at the time, and the cops were talking amongst themselves, dreading going and telling her. And I remember also we're working on the car, and there's a state trooper standing there. Goes, boys, was that a convertible? And we really didn't know. It was that rolled over. And for some reason, don't ask why, I remember the speedometer. He goes, the state trooper cussed and said 114. And that's what it was stuck on the speedometer. And it wasn't a year later, we had another fatal wreck in the county with a Mustang GT. So I wouldn't call it a phobia, but I had a rational respect or fear of Mustang GTs after that. So that was a bad run. And Will McKee and I talked about it for years and made reference to it through some gallows humor. This is a sad situation. You drive by now and like, here comes a Chevy truck, has no idea, because life goes on for the living. But that was a terrible, terrible wreck from Taylor County. 2 dead, and again, it may have been 3 dead for all I know. Not all the stories are horrible like that. Not all of them are happy stories, but that was definitely a dramatic one that I will not forget.